What's up guys, Dave here. Now I've spoken about the Nintendo Switch in the past and let's be honest, I wasn't that optimistic on how I thought it was going to do. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to run through why I think it might actually be successful. So the main thing with the Switch and with any Nintendo device or console, it's always going to be the first party games. They have some exceptional IP that they don't cross over in any other consoles or devices. In the likes of Mario, Zelda, you just can't find them anywhere and they're always awesome games, and it looks like there's going to be a couple of awesome ones coming out on here. Zelda Breath of the Wild looks nothing short of exceptional. They've knocked out the park again. It's going to be a really enjoyable game to play on the move or at home. And Super Mario Odyssey, well, it looks a bit weird, let's be honest. It's Mario in kind of the real world, but Marioized, Nintendoized. It looks a bit quirky, but it's a Mario game, it's going to be enjoyable. Now there's been a lot said about the lack of memory on the Switch. Yes, I know, it's not great, but they have put an expansion slot for a micro SD, and this can go up to a whopping 2 terabytes. Now that technology might not be around at the moment, but with the Switch coming out, I can see a lot of companies coming on board and actually producing 2 terabyte micro SDs. Let's be honest, the reason why it's probably not around at the moment is that most people don't need them. You don't use them for that much, but if you've got a Switch, you're going to want the memory, because let's face it, if you're downloading games, that 32 gigabytes isn't going to last long, but if you've got 2 terabytes to take around with you, wow. Now we look at the online mode. Yes, we will have to pay for it. It will be free at first, but after the first couple of months, once they see how the dust settles, it's going to be a paid for service. Now everyone else does it, well, apart from PCs, but let's not really talk about them. Since it's going to be paid for, the service has to be better. The server is going to be better, the user interface is going to be better, you're going to be given some free games every now and then. Now, I can expect the service to be of maybe not on par with Xbox Live and PSN, but in a couple of years it'll be up there, but it's a starting point for them. Like Xbox and PlayStation, the Nintendo Switch is not going to be region locked. You can buy your games from anywhere and play them wherever you want. No longer will companies charge you more for the fact that you're just living in a different country at a different point. It's always been a ridiculous thing, but now Nintendo, they've decided to scrap it. No region locking. The fans are going to be happy about that. When we look at the battery, it's not fabulous. It's okay. So what Nintendo have done, they've put an airplane mode in. Now what this will let you do is turn off all unnecessary connections to anything, so you're focusing just on your gameplay, just to extend that life a little bit longer. And as well as that, you can play it on a plane with no troubles, no issues. Whack aeroplane mode on, you're good to go. Finally, a company has changed their connectors to something this universal. I'm fed up of buying consoles and devices, well not so much devices, but consoles and things like iPads and all those, and they all have separate charging leads, separate power leads. But Nintendo, they've gone universal. They've gone for the USB-C, which is going to be pretty standardized over the next couple of years. You're going to see that replacing all the micro USB ports. I'm happy. You can now charge your Switch wherever you want. You can even charge it in your car. That's pretty awesome news. For those of you who like to still go around to your friends to play games, most people play online, but some people like to have local multiplayer. Now, with your Switch, you can take it to your friends, and 6 other people, making that 8 people, can be simultaneously connected playing the same game. That sounds pretty cool to me. You will have Switch parties. It was a bit of a novelty when it first came out, when they mentioned about Switch parties. Everyone was like, what the hell? You wouldn't take a Switch anywhere. But if you can have 8 Switches on the go, that's pretty sweet. No longer will you be playing Mario Kart and the likes of that, and people are cheating looking where you are because you've got your own secret screen. Yes, the graphics aren't exceptional. Nope, I'm not going to lie. You will get full HD, but we'll be using the Unreal Engine and we'll be going to medium settings, so it'll look pretty cool still. It won't be up there with the other consoles, but it'll still be pretty close. Now, when you undock your Switch, it will drop down to 720 on low settings, but that's pretty awesome because you don't tend to get that on other things like Nvidia Shield. So when you've got a versatile little device and you can have a 720 game on Unreal Engine, the full Unreal Engine, that's pretty good news to me. It's pretty awesome when you're on your travels and you can play HD games. we've got this funky little pad that Nintendo brought out for the Switch. It's got many little things it can do. It's a bit out there, but it's really versatile at the same time. You can have your Switch in your hand, looking at the screen in front of you. It's got a little mechanism on the back, so you can stick your Switch up like it's a little portable TV and play there. You can have your Joy-Cons in either hand, so you can comfortably lounge on the couch or stand anywhere, use them. You don't have to sit there with your hands clasped together in that uncomfortable position. You can be naturally wherever your hands want to go and still play your game. It's then got the little, I can't remember what it's called, the little middle Joy-Con thing, which serves almost no purpose, apart from you can have an actual controller with it. It's pretty cool, it's pretty versatile. You can lounge around and play games. I'm always a lover of lounging around. For those of you who had a Wii U like me, you could get pretty annoyed of how you can take images. Yeah, it was pretty cool, you could share it in the Nintendo universe and people could comment and draw pictures. It was pretty cool, but it was such a faff to actually share these pictures. It was a pain in the ass. You had to end up pressing about 10 different buttons just to get there, to share it and take the image. But now, on the left Joy-Con, they've stuck a simple button there. You press that button, you've taken your image, it's been saved. Good idea, Nintendo. Thank you for listening. One thing that Nintendo have got right this time is their marketing strategy. They haven't geared this towards children like they have in the past. All their advertising, their marketing is all being geared towards the modern day professional, people in the early 20s, just chilling out with their friends, going around to each other's houses, playing these games, playing a game of basketball, shutting that down and playing the Switch. It's not about a couple of 8-year-olds sitting in the bedroom, and I think that's what they're really taking on board this time, that a lot of the video game market is played by adults, and adults are the ones spending the money. They don't have to save up their pocket money. They earn the money, they can spend it on whatever the hell they like. So to sum it up, the Switch is a nice little bit of tech. No, it's not groundbreaking, it's not the bleeding edge of technology, but it's a decent amount of technology you get for the price point. At the end of the day, you got a HD game that isn't some crappy mobile game that you can take anywhere in the world. They're going to open up the online services, so they're going to be better. Hopefully that means the marketplace in turn is going to be better, and you're going to have more games to choose from. Xbox and PlayStation, they need this competition. They need that rocket up their ass, because when they focus on each other too much, you just get the same old, same old. Nintendo makes them mix it up, makes them think about what they're doing, and not just fall back on the same old franchises and the same old tech and ideas. So Nintendo, you might do really well. I'm thinking this could be a huge success. Your numbers for pre-orders are phenomenal, but it's whether that keeps going. You've got to keep on it. If you sell loads like the Wii U when it comes out and then none afterwards, it's not going to be that good. But if you keep selling the first-party games, more importantly, you keep selling the third-party games, they'll keep producing the games for it, and they won't be dodgy ports. They'll be fully fledged games in their own right. This year, the video game industry looks really exciting. There's so much good things coming out this year. So much good tech, good games. This is going to be a really good year. Last year, a lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was a good year. I thought the next-gen consoles finally turned themselves around, producing good games, and we're only going to go on and on from there. If you like this video, hit the like button. Take it easy, guys. I'll see you next time.